There you go.
But we do have snow.
All right. So, we're getting this shit on, or?
Yeah, we were getting some general information about the site itself. We're going to be deploying into the upper spire. There's likely not going to be any conflict going around in the upper parts of the spire, as far as I'm aware. But we'll see.
That should be pretty good.
We're going in after a chemical attack of some kind. That, as far as I'm aware, is going to block us in there.
So,
Juicer, actually, now that I think about it, when I'm going over this, how are we going to get out? What is the extraction?
Getting out.
Getting out, Sergeant. Your purpose here is to slaughter everything in that spire peak, and then
everything.
Well, in the peak initially, the command elements are House Borealis. From that point on, you may be expected to fight further. You could be in this spire for days.
Does the spire have to survive?
The exterior of the spire, yes, it's part of the actual upper hull's defense network, and there's another reason for its survival, one of which, you, as a Deathwatch Marine, you'll be well acquainted. So far, the war against Borealis has been fought in the shadows. This, the final act, is not intended to be fought in the shadows. It is intended to be seen. This, although the populace may remain ignorant of the precise reason why House Borealis is to be destroyed, they will witness the fate of this spire. They will see the falling star. They will see the spire burning in acid. They will see the explosions, and they will know that the Emperor's wrath has fallen upon House Borealis. This is not just to eliminate a terrible threat to the Octavian system. This is to send a message. This is to put the fear of the God Emperor into those who have reason to fear.
No, see, I'm all about that fear of the God Emperor stuff. I'm all about it. But humor me here. How we getting out?
We're gonna have to possibly extract while we're done slaughtering. So possibly we could go to the tallest place on the upper hive, send for an evac, and by the time that this place blows all to hell, we get out.
I guess what I'm asking is there an extraction protocol in place for
Yes.
the mission?
Standard extraction protocol for the Deathwatch is via Corvus Black Star. You signal for extraction. The dropship will proceed to a point designated by you and secured by you, and recover the kill team.
Okay.
How about
just kill everyone so we don't need to extract?
Go down, kill everyone, call in.
How about
get to the site?
We find our way in, and once we're in there, we fight our way out. But once we meet the actual sieging party, we fight our way back in there, and then we'll be done.
Oh, we just kill all the sieging people too.
Just keep going.
Sounds like
The librarian.
Hey, you know, I don't know how I'm going to be by the end of this with all this codex stuff, so my character's insanity points may go right up there. Who knows who we'll be killing by the end of it.
Brother Librarian Theros, can you explain what happened? Watch Captain, I cannot. All I know is we were in there so long that I just started chopping my sword, and the next thing I knew, we were in the middle of the lower levels and we had murdered millions.
Peace has, however, peace has been returned to the spire.
It was in my hand. I watched his life fade from his eyes as I stabbed him again.
Oh, there is something else in the briefing as well that I should mention, because you will have been briefed on these via hypno-indoctrination. Gulgrex Aurae, the war servitors mentioned. Gulgrex Aurae are a particular pattern of sophisticated autonomous war servitor, which is deployed throughout the Octavian system, usually in areas of high value, high risk, or that which is held by the ruling mining houses. They are effectively servitorized dreadnoughts, and they take their name from the golden glimmer of their they have like a bronzite corroded armor, which develops a green verdigris quite easily, but regardless of the angle viewed from, there is always a golden glimmer within the metal, and that's where it gets its name from. They are controlled by a network of 6 lobotomized human brains wired into a gestalt. within the body of the servitor that controls its systems. In terms of combat effectiveness, they are not equal to an Astartes dreadnought, but they operate similar levels of firepower in close combat and close combat weaponry.
What about this thing? Is this one of these
How
coming
does-
with us, or?
No, this is what you'd be expected to face.
Oh,
Same thing
Alright.
with Dreadnought. You can fight them.
How easy does a brain fry?
One, if you manage to penetrate any of the life support capsules within the Gulgrex chassis, Gulgrex is the base chassis, by the way. Auray is the particular variant employed by the houses. If you manage to penetrate one of the life support capsules and terminate one or more of the brains, the machine, they have a tendency to go berserk, basically.
And the chemicals used in the warheads.
Although they will penetrate standard chemical suits, which, as you can imagine, are extremely common. They're actually part of standard military armor amongst the PDF of Octavian IV and the Guard regiments raised there. Chem shrouds. However, although the corrosive chemicals and their derivatives used in the warheads employed by the Inquisition will penetrate a standard chem shroud, it is not sufficient to penetrate power armor. Furthermore, your hardened biology will actually grant you a level of protection from corrosis even if your armor is breached.
And the use of flamers in that environment is prohibited?
No, fully authorized.
Okay.
Corrosis is not flammable. The Infernace 17 in its designation is simply the effect it has on affected organisms, in that it has been described by Imperial Guard observers as boiling victims alive in their chemical suits.
Multi-matter or heavy flamer?
The important questions.
Yes.
Arvak, get a hand
Okay.
flavor.
Right, shall we proceed to the selection of a squad sergeant and the choosing of an oath?
Do it, you fuckers.
Alright. What do I need to say for the oath?
for that we need to choose a squad sergeant.
This is for you to discuss based on what you know of the briefing and what you believe to be your own
Last time went
strengths. Although I must say that Brother Radagast actually performed an exemplary operation in
I
his
didn't
time
know
as
what
squad
I was
sergeant.
doing. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just yelling at people.
As I said, he performed exemplary.
Yeah, vote for me.
However, apothecaries are actually mostly the heads of every squadron in the Red Scorpions chapter.
Every squad can take an apothecary by the rules.
Theros
However,
would like
it's
to
the
put- Theros would like to put his name forward.
so was Sebastian Cullen.
Alright, so everyone should just vote for themselves. Then the watch captain can beat us on the heads.
No, I'm not gonna vote for myself.
Neither will I.
Well, it's down to y'all two then.
Do not make the watch captain get the probe of correction.
Arvik nods
Fellowship is
towards
36, I don't think so.
Theros and says I would wish for him to lead under him, or to follow under him.
And you, Aerolith?
I would want to follow under you, on the Radagast.
Fuck, we're going nowhere! Watch cap!
Well, saying is, what, 2 votes now, right? Did you
Please
count his
call.
own vote?
That's
I-
3
if
against
some- if
1
some-
and 1.
If someone else really wants to do it, I don't mind. I'm only putting my name forward because Rojas' character put his name forward. And he was going to be going first, so I was like, no. I felt it was in character to put my name forward.
I mean, I want to, but I already did it. It wouldn't be fair.
I don't mind if you want to do it again.
Call
No.
in. What's your fellowship?
The democracy decides. The one with the most votes wins.
Except when it comes to actually partaking in the role play, in which
If
we...
the brothers have chosen, then the brothers have chosen. The Codex Astartes approves.
I never read that book.
Well, I have, so there you go. If it sounds tactical and common sense, it's probably in the Codex Astartes.
Now that's some horse shit, but I'll believe it this time. Oh, the guys.
Okay,
Yeah, dude.
This is common sense.
Yeah, I don't have that shit. You can, you really can be squad leader if you want. It really doesn't matter.
Well, what's
You
his
get to-
fellowship? I think that's most important.
Yeah, what's your fellowship?
What's my fellowship?
Yeah.
Let me... 35.
Oh shit!
Why are we all unlikable? Every last one of us.
Mine's is 45.
We'll just drop in from the drop pod and just be like, oh, these guys, fucking hell.
God damn.
What are we gonna do with them? I don't know. Send them into the fucking siege. Or
Ah,
chemical bomb behind them.
it's Obsidian Skulls again. Tell them we need their help somewhere else.
What's the name of the squad we're saying? Doesn't matter. Put them in the drop pod. Fire them out. We're not gonna see them again.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's... Damn. And since you're not a tactical marine, you do not get the bonus cohesion. Oh,
But I can take the oath of knowledge because I'm a librarian.
that's true. That's valuable too.
Plus 10 ballistic skill and plus 10 weapon skill in a single
Yeah.
target. So
It's
if
good on-
something absolutely must get fucked. That's the funny thing, there's only one of the class that can take that same oath. An apothecary.
Yeah, the apothecary.
So it comes back down to it.
I'll be the squad leader next time. Now y'all two fight it out.
And how will we decide?
Roll for initiative and bash each other on the heads.
A duel? We should start this with a duel? Is that what you're suggesting?
It's a good idea.
Oh, I can just imagine the watch captain's reaction when it emerges that in deciding who will lead the squad Obsidian Skull has actually lost like 2 of their members.
I think we'll lose all of our members, like a random warp storm or something. We'll just...
Well, considering they don't have weapons, all they can do is grapple each other right now. So, go ahead and roll initiative and start grappling.
I don't know, Saint could like cast some weird warp spells, you know?
Please don't do that, Saint. He's still your brother, goddammit.
But he's still a witchkin.
You're not...
If time is of the essence, and we don't have the time to duel properly, then it shall fall to a vote.
A game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
We're not playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Remember, the winning card is Wind Up Kitten.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Righty.
that? Yeah, I can't remember the full name of that. Jesus, the
Radagast, cast your vote.
God damn it, only because of the numbers. I'm voting for Theros.
Then it is decided.
Pretty sure Theros won't actually kill Colin if he was a sergeant, which I'm pretty sure Colin would kill Saint. If he was
To
a sergeant.
fall under the command of someone who has tainted gene seed, let alone as a witchkin. Emperor, save me.
You see, that's the shit I'm talking about.
At least we know our gene seed was there when it was required. As we'll be there again when we're required. As we'll be this evening in the spire as we are required.
I will do my job as an apothecary, but don't blame me if something happens to your gene seed.
Just, as you say, do your job.
Then it is decided. Librarian Theros will take the mantle of command. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Very well. Then, brothers, decide upon the oath you will adopt.
We will be adopting the oath of knowledge today, cousins.
Paradox, Miller's Restorian Roulette, 4th Dimension Hypercube.
Chess, strip, poker.
Chet, strip poker.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Kitten plays it against Zinch for the fate of the Imperium.
And wins.
In this oath, brothers, we give our oath to the Emperor, his tarot, and the ability to foresee what we must do to overcome what is before us.
We already know what must be done.
Silence and give me your oath.
What do you hope to learn, Psyker?
What do I hope to learn?
What is this insight that you seek, that you now take your oath for?
Oh, why do we take the oath? We take the oath for the knowledge and foresight to overcome the obstacles that lay before us.
And so be it, so that we may be contextual. Your oath is failing me.
By the Codex Astartes, may the Emperor light our path.
Intellectual. And
In the name of Sanguinius, and for the Old Father himself.
For the God Emperor of mankind.
for the vilifiers and the death of the Xenos.
May the Emperor give us strength to purge the mutant, the traitor, and the heretic, and the alien.
Particularly the alien in this case.
And traitors. Traitors who would like to see the light of the Emperor shunned into darkness.
And the weak. Yada yada.
Not the weak. We've been over this, right, you guys?
You must not kill the Emperor's loyal subjects, for without them there would be no Imperium. The Codex Astartes abhors the killings of the Emperor's subjects.
You hold your book up to me, brother. I'm tired of looking at it. I don't even know what to do with it.
I will hold this holy text in front of your face should you forget yourself as an angel of death of the God Emperor.
Oh, I remember the death part.
Then you will remember your obligation to the Emperor and his Imperium. Lest you forget, I will deal with you myself.
I'm about to shoot this man.
I must admit, I'm liking the roleplay. I really am.
This is so easy. It's just to be a purist Nazi snob. Oh, it's so much fun.
I mean, I'll look the other way while you shoot him.
The fucking Erlen and Arvek are just like, let's just let them fight a little bit.
Yeah.
I would actually think I would get some, recognition from the Salamanders because I know these two guys have beef.
Brother Sebastian Cullen, you stand here today as a representative of your chapter. If
Yes,
you truly
I do.
value your codex, you will value your duty and get your ass to the barracks so we can get fit up and get on this mission.
Very well, Sebastian Cullen will go over to the barracks in order to do what is must be done.
Shall we go get set up for this mission?
I think we want to bitch more. Just a little bit longer.
Plenty time to bitch when we're getting our shit together.
Our primary objective is, as is told, the elimination of the Brewers High Council. Our secondary objective is to eliminate the majority of the enemy troops who oppose us, the Emperor's loyal and most gifted subjects, and to also eliminate the Patriarch on sight, should we encounter such a monstrous abhorrency.
As part of your Deathwatch Hypno training, you are aware of what a Patriarch is. It is the oldest of the, I think it's the oldest generation gene stealer of a brood. It is far larger than a man. It is far stronger than a man. It is far more dangerous even than a normal gene stealer. And it has psychic primacy over the brood. Sorry, Sin, just finish the explanation. The reason they suspect that the brood has produced a patriarch is, do you remember in the initial description of the mission, it mentioned that one of the assets that the house lost in kidnapping the Inquisitor and her acolytes was the Magos Caravel Bruelis. Now, ordinarily, a Magus is the psychic lodestone of a brood, the one who maintains the psychic network that binds all of its members together. When he was killed, the brood did not cease to function as a coherent body. That effectively alerted the Inquisition to the strong possibility that there is a patriarch still alive on Octavian 4.
These are some ugly looking motherfuckers.
Have you looked at the pictures, have you?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I see now why we didn't get an escape route initially in the briefing until I requested it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna break character right there. These are some ugly ass looking models. Jeez.
Throw a link in Deathwatch chat.
I'm looking for a suitable picture.
Which isn't a suitable picture.
What the fuck does that mean, Deathwatch Captain?
It's a watch captain.
Yeah, that's juicy. Watch Captain Juicy?
That, no. You gotta switch a name for that juicer. That just doesn't sound right.
Oh, that's what I call him.
Watch Captain Juicy. It sounds gay. Like,
I have not said a
gay.
damn thing.
This is gay.
Shit. That means...
Oh wait, that's not so bad.
That's got a scratch plate.
That's not so bad.
Size-wise, when it
That's so
stands
bad.
erect.
Look at it. It's
That's-
like a little target in between his legs.
Yeah, that's not so bad. It could be worse.
Size-wise, when it stands erect, a Terminator comes up to about its thigh.
Correct.
Thought orcs as big as that.
True. I too have slain such monstrosities. Anyway, our brothers, the purging must begin. The Emperor's loyal subjects need our assistance in order to destroy what they do not know and what they will be remained to not know.
Or may know, if they do not.
Watch Captain, what are the rules of engagement should anybody find out about these horrendous monstrosities and what they actually are?
They are to be considered in possession of prescribed information and terminated.
Understood.
No witnesses.
Truly, it is the devil's work we do this evening.
We Grey Knights now.
I was just about to say, now we're green.
To be honest, dude, killing witnesses is like Monday morning at 9:03 a.m. for the Imperium.
Yeah? Well, why am I not allowed to?
Oh my God.
Theros doesn't know what you're talking about. He's never had to silence any witnesses about anything.
Damn, they some
sketchy.
old-ass models. Even that major still on side looks disgusting.
It looks like he's just cracked a farm.
Pulling his own finger.
Those are old models. Very old.
Either they are, either that or the small guy was like, pull my finger. Trying not to laugh.
By
Yeah.
the way, the fact that the mage just died during the attack on the Inquisitor is testament to the actual Inquisitor and Acolytes puissance, because Caravel Bruelis was estimated to be a high-grade Delta, possibly even low-grade Gamma-grade Psyker. He was killed by the Inquisitor. That takes some serious combat prowess.
What should happen to the Inquisitors should they be, say, indoctrinated into this cult? Should we take any chances?
It's Squad Matale handling the rescue, isn't it?
Yes, we are. But that, just because they're captives doesn't mean that this gene stealer brood could hypnotize them somehow to make
I
them sleeper
understand.
agents.
This is also part of your hypno training. It is not indoctrination into a cult. It is alteration on the genetic level.
Oh, this is a cult, brother. But this is a cult of the shadow of the warp variety.
This is actually, as Deathwatch Marines, you understand this. Conversion of a human into a member of a Gene Stealer brood can be accomplished with horrifying subtlety. Many individuals who are infected initially don't even realize it. They simply believe that they have a missing portion of their memory. And it's often accomplished when encountering who they believe to be a friend, or during a sexual encounter, or something of similar close intimacy. The only physical evidence that something has changed is that they will have a missing portion of their memory, and usually a small scar or other wound on the surface of their body, which is apparently healed. It rarely even merits mention, usually around the rib cage. However, if that wound is opened and explored by an apothecarian or similar techniques, or is subjected to auspex scanning, or sword, it detects you will reveal the presence of an additional organ. It's like a small lump which has been inserted inside the body of the victim, and that organ actually slowly, over the course of several days to several weeks, changes them on the genetic level. They are no longer human. They are now part of the Gene Stealer brood. They will slowly become part of the psychic network, and they will become fanatically devoted to the brood's hive mind.
Given that my introduction to Tyranids in general was back from the early Space Crusader Deathhawk. What do you call it? Space Hawk. There we go. Yeah, Space Hawk days. This is incredibly nostalgic for me. I'm game for Gene Stealers.
This isn't it. This is from going way back. Hybrids, depending on the generation, because when hybrids breed, they produce hybrids, and the offspring grow quickly. And as hybrids basically keep reproducing within the generations, they develop additional Gene Stealer traits. They're still mostly human, but they typically sport fangs, perhaps an extra arm, chitinous armor, stronger and faster than a normal human. These are all quite common. Early on, though, the earliest broods can pass for human in low light. They simply appear to be bald and have sort of like a slightly unsettling facial features, hardly uncommon amongst the cities of the Imperium. However, as they become more and more debased down towards like the second and third generations, their mutations become so extreme that they can only be shrouded with things like work suits or similar full body enclosures, and eventually they simply start producing Gene Stealers.
On that picture of the mob I posted, one guy's in the back.
If the Inquisitor has been compromised, there is no question she will be executed by Squad Matiel along with all of her acolytes.
Very well then. Good thing I have a hand flamer.
Not yet, you don't. We shall see what we have in a moment.
I was like 3 sentences away from a hand flamer.
So, I believe we are at the equipment stage.
Yes, we are. Requisition stage. Right. You have, because of the importance of this mission and the absolute priority placed upon it, because don't forget, this serve as an example as well as the culmination of an operation. You are to be entrusted with 100 requisition points.
God damn.
Furthermore, there is a large selection of equipment available from the Armoury which would ordinarily be restricted. I've decided to permit you this because of your exemplary performance in the Sea of Flogis. If you had gone on the rescue mission, your equipment would be slightly more restricted, except in terms of medical equipment, which would have been pretty much open. So you have 100 requisition. Oh, I found it. Sorry, I'm just adding an image to the chat. Gene Stealer Cult Magus.
When you say there's a lot of stuff Available.
And it is expected that specialist ammunition and heavy weaponry will take priority.
Now, there is a question I have to ask about availability. Will I be able to get an Infernus pistol?
No. And that's not a case of that you would not be entrusted with it for this. It's not actually not available.
Yeah.
They are not that common, man. And this is only your third mission.
So, I'm imagining you're taking off a renown lock, is what you're saying.
Yes, I will remove a renown lock on request for a large selection of equipment for this one. I have the book in front of me, and there's a shit ton of equipment in it. I'm not going through exactly what hasn't got a renown lock on it because we'll be here for hours.
We'll be here for hours.
We'll be here for hours picking our equipment anyways, so.
Fair enough. Are there any objections to this? Very well. And don't forget, you may spend requisition on bionic upgrades. If bionics are bought, you will assume they will not be installed at this point. They will have been installed during the campaign, basically. Or you always had them, and it never was actually seen on the camera. We can hand wave this kind of stuff. But if you choose bionics here, they're not going to whip you off to the apothecarion to get them quickly installed before the final operation. This will have happened prior to this.
Was installed, but software wasn't.
What do you mean he's chosen bionic legs? We haven't got any. Look, just stick tank tracks on them. You'll be fine till the end of the mission.
Okay. Are you taking the locks off plasma weapons and power weapons?
Yes.
Done. I already know what I want. Now I have to go and put the tables in.
Okay, so Rojas has tented. Is anybody else similar?
I'm probably just gonna go plasma everywhere.
Plasma for days.
Could I get penetrator rounds for auto guns?
Auto pistol?
No.
What? Have you still got that thing?
Yeah, I do still have that thing, but that's not what I'm arguing about right now.
This is the Emperor himself surprised that that thing is still there.
Yo, man, I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it for a while, just the stats, and a 10-round verse is not exactly something to scoff at.
Wait, what about combi weapon?
Yes, combi weapons are also available. We've been over this before, haven't we, about the combi weapons and their availability.
Okay, call me a multi-mount and Alaskan.
What? What? All on a second? All on the same gun? So it's a las cannon with a combi melter as the underslung option.
Yeah, just slap some titties on there.
Holy shit, we are now in the realms of orc engineering.
Oi mate, I heard you like to shoot lasers, but I also like to see that you like burning stuff, so I put a gun together that shoots lasers and you burn stuff.
Wait, so if I have dual weapon wielder range, I can use 2 ranged weapons, right?
Yes, although they cannot be larger than basic for Astartes.
Oja, barbecue or microwave?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, we might face some robos, so microwave.
Ice.
Yes.
Microwave or barbecue?
Barbecue.
Rojas.
Yes.
Barbecue or microwave?
Microwave.
Same.
Microwave.
I vote barbecue. Still makes 3. Can I have a multi-melter, please?
You may have a multi-melter. You may also take a combi melter. Oh no, wait, multi-melter is not the rifle, is it?
No, it's Devastate.
Yes, a molten melter is permitted.
And can I have a suspender?
Suspenser. Yes, a suspenser will also be permitted.
How does the combi weapon work, by the way? Because I'm looking at it here in the ranged weapons, and
Under the old rules, it gets a single shot, I believe. However, with 8th edition, Games Workshop changed how combi weapons work. It's not, you don't have a single shot on the slung anymore. It effectively, it functions as a slightly shorter range version of the full-size gun. You can fire it as one or the other. Actually, is there a range lock? Anyway, it's got its own stats in Deathwatch, but it functions, you can fire it as either or fire them together. So what I'm doing for this is that it can basically use the stats, instead of single shot, it has half the clip of the weapon it's based on, and it has the same reload, so it doesn't need specialist tools to reload. You can reload it as if you were reloading a full weapon of its type. Take the weapon that it's based on, halve the clip. That's a quick and dirty rule to fill the gap until they update it or we come up with something better. Does that sound reasonable?
yeah, I think I'll just grab a plasma gun.
Juicer, I have a question. On the first founding rulebook, there's a salamander specific flamer called the Sister's Breath. Can I take that?
Sister's Breath. That's a relic. What is the renown requirement for the relic?
It says respected.
Respected. That's not too bad at all.
The first tier is distinguished,
Yeah.
respected, fame, and then hero.
That's right, so it's 2 tiers. That isn't too bad for the operation. Yes, I will allow that. The Suitor's Breath may make an appearance in this operation.
Right, 1 second, I'm going to check my...
Do any of the players object to this?
I'm going to check my relics now.
No, I don't.
Oh, hell.
Now let's not overwhelm this with relics. They are rare, but the Suitor's Breath is not exceptionally hideous as far as relics go.
Give me Crusade patterned power armor.
Holy crap.
Do it. So I can go in there, get shot to death, and have everyone laugh at me.
Isn't that Mark 1?
Beherder, give me Mark 10 power armor, please.
As to why the Suitor's Breath is deployed with the Deathwatch on this world, that is for the archives to know, and for watchers of the episode, if you will, if you look at it similar to, something like Game of Thrones or Battlestar Galactica or whatnot, fans to debate why was the weapon there. They don't know. Perhaps even you don't know. But for some reason, the Suitor's Breath was present at the purging of Octavian 4. Carried by a battle brother of the Obsidian Skulls kill team.
Sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Can
I'm
I
kind of
get-
sad it's
can I
heavy
get an
though, 'cause I
Angelus?
can't carry that a flamer.
Can I get an Angelus bolter?
Angelus Bolter.
Again, we're oh god. Have I unleashed the beast here?
Yep.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's why these are locked.
When you just said go nuts, you said go nuts.
I said go nuts with a degree of
Restraint. I'm not opening. As I said, I'm not opening this up.
Well,
Oh,
Angelus
shit.
bolter's renown is respected.
Same as the
Yeah.
the what's name, I
But
believe.
it's not a relic, it's just a chapter-specific range weapon.
Specific. In that case, I can't remember those. I believe it's slightly better than a normal bolter.
Let's see.
Oh, it fires bloodshot.
Shard rounds, doesn't it?
Its range is 50 meters. Rate of fire is S3 and then dash. Damage is 1d10 plus 9 x. Pen 6, clip 36. Reload is 2 full. Specialist tearing. WT is 16. Requisition is 15. And renown is respected.
Yeah, so it's effectively a slightly more effective bolter.
Yeah.
Yes.
You may bear an Angelus bolter into battle.
Well, no, it's more like a more effective bolt pistol, if you will.
Bolt pistol, yeah. Yes, you may bear an Angelus pattern bolt pistol into battle.
And it's wrist mounted.
Very well. Now, I assume Hoja's looking for a relic autogun. He will not find one.
No,
That-
I was gonna ask
There are
for.
no relic autoguns.
Yeah.
They have been reprocessed.
Auxiliary grenade launcher.
Yeah. I'll find something.
On a chainsword.
That's a good idea. But I'm very good with range and not so good with sticks. Oh, I'm sorry, swords.
Wow, they really are champion for melee weapons in the Marines Malevolent, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like, ready your melee weapons, brothers. Sir, these are 2x4s with nails in them. It's all we've got.
Alright, give me your 2x4 if you do not trust it. I will hold on to it for you.
Marines Malevolent Specialist Weapon Power Plank.
The whole 2x4 artifact.
I can dual wield these. Twice the strikes.
And remember, it's not just weapons. There is armor, there is supplementary equipment as well.
Alright, to start with, can I change what armor I have now? And no, I don't mean I want Crusade pattern. I mean, before we discuss that, new armor that you usually obtain from the Deathwatch is always going to be Mark 8. Could I just have that?
Yes, you may take a Mark 8 suit. I said this at the start of the first one shot. If at any point you wish to exchange, basically, to claim Mark 8 armor as your own as a Deathwatch Marine, you may.
Ooh, arm weapon mounting.
Mark 8 armor seems to have been the pattern adopted by the Deathwatch in the latest codex. It also means you have a suit of armor rarely seen amongst the Marines Malevolent.
Yep.
How did
In
it?
fact, any suit of armor is rarely seen amongst the Marines Malevolent.
How did renown levels go again?
I think
Isn't it
was-
distinguished, respected?
I actually think it's respected, distinguished,
Respect.
famed, and then hero.
Respect, yeah, I thought it was that way around as well. So it's
Yeah.
respected, distinguished, famed, heroic.
There you go.
So, Cullen said, the player of Cullen, Rojas, said that he knew exactly what he was going for, and he's been disturbingly silent ever since.
What's WT mean again? WT.
Wait. Which always struck me as a slightly superfluous stat for genetically engineered super warriors whose biceps alone are the size around of most men's torsos.
We have.
No,
cooked
I mean
rabbits, right?
by. Wait a minute. Let me look at something else here. Okay, nope, never mind.
Also, don't Angelus pattern bolters fire blood shard shells, which cause the target to bleed?
It doesn't say that here in the first founding book.
I just remember blood shard shells from somewhere.
Alright, I guess we start talking about weapon qualities.
Well, I already know what I got, so.
So, the cost of upgrading craftsmanship from common to exceptional is going to be 1.5 times the requisition for it, and you have to have a renown level of respected. Then exceptional to master is the same thing except for distinguished. I was hoping to do that hilariously for an auto gun. The thing is, the actual upgrade itself, whatever it does, is up to interpretation by the Deathwatch captain.
In the case of your autogun, it simply means that the clip will stay in for an entire magazine.
Alright. Is that really
So
what
you have to be distinguished to get a master-crafted auto pistol.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm getting the actual gun.
Where
Oh,
do you-
wait a minute! You're wielding an autogun into battle.
Uh-huh.
You mean like the thing, what are they called? Cultists use? Like in...
Cultists and Gretchen.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is who we're fighting with?
Do you understand that when you said I'm looking at an autogun, an actual page of the original Codex Astartes burst into flames?
Uh-huh. I'll keep doing
The
it.
Codex
till the whole book
Astartes
goes.
does not approve of this
See,
action.
for a second I thought he was
That's
talking
okay.
about auto cannons, and I was like, oh, isn't he not he's not a devastator, but I'm like, wait, he's talking about auto guns.
No,
This thing
He's talking about the thing that hive gangs use.
Uh-huh.
he
Why?
can hold that? His fingers?
Uh-huh.
And-
Only if he removes the trigger guard and uses 2 fingers.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
he's gonna die.
Okay.
Why? Why would you want to do this horrible thing, Hoja?
He not
There's
getting
10
free
rounds.
bolted?
10 rounds. 10 whole rounds for one action. Oh god.
It has a full auto burst, I know, but
10 rounds.
each of
rounds
those
are like nothing.
each of those individual rounds has like a less than nothing chance of affecting an Astartes grade enemy. You know that, right?
Astartes grade. We're invading someone's fucking house.
They have an army.
They have a lot of little peons. Things that get killed by auto guns.
Oh,
That's
my
why some of
question-
us are taking flamers. Fuck.
As GM, I can't really. What's name is? Can somebody talk him out of this, please?
Oh, can I take a power axe or whatever the hell it's called?
Yes, you may take a power axe.
Some lasers on your fingers.
Oh, did
Does
you?
more
Weapon?
damage. Yeah, that does more damage than than the auto gun.
But can it shoot 10 times in one turn?
How many fingers do you have?
Yeah, but that's like one.
You've got one finger.
It's like I'd have to recharge it overnight. That's like
But-
sticking my hands in the fire. I'm having you know. Oh boy, brothers, I better reload. Arvek, bring your flamer over here.
Motherfucker.
Hoja, the following image is just for you.
That's okay. I like my numbers.
I don't. The Codex Astartes does not approve of your actions.
Okay.
Anyway, I only have a power sword, a plasma gun, and a plasma pistol.
Let me ask what
Basic shit.
Very well.
Not like, oh, let me get Suitor's breath over fucking here.
I have no problem with that. Suitor's breath is a poison flamethrower, if I remember rightly.
That's just a better flamethrower, essentially. Basically, when you hit the enemy, they have to take a, essentially a fear test. They have to, like, roll off. If they fail it, they have to roll off the shock table, I think it is.
Oh, that's right, because it has a brilliant purple flame, doesn't it? And when it fires, it makes like a screaming sound. Something about that. It's terrifying to behold when it fires. That's its special thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here. I had it up, but I was looking at salamanders.
Also, as a question for plasma weapons, I am willing to adopt the 8th edition contention that if you fire a plasma weapon on standard mode, it cannot overheat.
Ooh. Wait, that's just basic semi-auto, isn't it?
If the all plasma weapons have 2 settings. They have a standard setting and a maximal setting. Now in 8th edition, it introduced the entirely sensible concept that when a plasma weapon is fired on its standard setting, it can't overheat. It's only when it's fired on its maximal setting that it runs the risk of exploding.
Mm.
Now, if the entire player group agrees, we can adopt that as a rule for plasma weapons. Or we can keep the original contention that every trigger pull has the risk of the thing exploding on you, which raises the serious question of how the hell do you actually get a relic plasma weapon?
I mean, I'm fine with the 8th edition, but...
I do have a question. We can upgrade our equipment permanently, right?
No.
No, it's issued for the mission. To upgrade your equipment permanently, you need to take the talent called... Is it Panoply?
No.
Oh, it's got a funny name. It's
Signature
basic
war gear.
Thank you, Hoja. Signature war gear. When you take signature war gear, you get a certain number of points to spend on war gear. That becomes your permanent war gear that you may always claim regardless. And it's using those points that you buy permanent upgrades to your weaponry and your armor. Which always kind of struck me as an odd way to do it. But, you know, that's the game's contention.
I have a quick question. What does the unbalanced special thing do?
Unbalanced, I believe it means you can't parry with it.
Because the salamanders, their like solo ability lets them remove that from one weapon.
I have had so many players who play salamanders turn to me, and I'm not exaggerating here, and say, I would like to take a thunder hammer and remove unbalanced.
Hey.
And technically, by the rules, there is nothing I can do.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be removing unbalanced from my power axe, by the way.
Very
Found
well.
it, by the way.
The signature war gear, Hoja.
No, not that. The imbalanced.
Oh, right. Is it that? Thank you. Oh, it's -10 to parry.
That's it.
Awesome. It
That
used to
was
be
it.
that you couldn't parry.
You motherfuckers.
That's it.
How much are
Okay,
melter
cool.
bombs going to be in this mission?
Yes, you may take melter bombs.
How much requisition are they going to be?
Melter bomb? Isn't it like 5 requisition?
I know, much
No.
more.
It's a big deal.
Oh, it's 12,
That's
isn't
what
it? It's 12. It's 12 requisition for a melter bomb. Melter bombs will retain their requisition cost. They're very large, you know. They're not grenades. Melter bombs are more like limpet mines. They're actually quite sizable. I remember when melter bombs came in grenade form.
Oh, actually, on the line of Thunderhammer, would I actually be able to take a Thunderhammer?
What's its requisition? What's its
Distinguished.
Distinguished. That's above respected, isn't it?
Yeah.
So far, we've ended up respected.
Right. I was just asking.
And what is what is your specialty?
What do you mean?
Oh, currently on the Sutter's Breath, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm an assault marine.
Assault Marine. Oh, right, yes, of course. Thunderhammer. Assault Marine. Distinguished. We've never seen a Thunderhammer in game. And this is the two-handed version, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Distinguished seems remarkably high for a Thunderhammer.
I mean, it makes sense, don't they normally give those to officers of, like, jump squads?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's Vanguard veteran material.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like...
Yeah, but combi bolters are stern guard weapon material, and they're quite common in the Deathwatch. Do any players object to the Assault Marine bearing a Thunderhammer into battle against the heads of House Borellis?
Sorry, man.
I don't object to a Thunderhammer.
Oja?
I object to it. It's getting a little silly.
No, I'm totally fine with that. I was just asking because you brought it up. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, it's fine. In that case, I will have to say no to the Thunderhammer, I'm afraid.
Nah, I'm fine with that. I was just asking.
That's fine.
Power axe.
Personally, I don't understand why the requisition for a Thunderhammer is so high. Not requisition, why the rank requirement for a Thunderhammer is so high. But there you go. Anyway, Hoja, talking about silly, you're the one asking me about mastercrafted auto guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it work. I'll show you all, you sacks of shit.
In the hands of a Space Marine. Now, although the rank requirement may not be that high. We are still treading firmly into comedy territory there when it comes to Astartes weapons.
Give me penetrator rounds.
And they're the ones which give it an AP of 3.
How about you give me penetrator rounds?
I'll penetrate something.
Hey.
What's the penetrator round do? Is it gives it an AP of 2 or 3?
It gives you +5 penetration.
Excuse me, come again?
It gives you +5 penetration.
I spent like 80 of my points, I'll probably leave it there. So I'm gonna go with a plasma gun.
Altars have a penetration of 4. How the fuck does a penetrator round get a penetration of 5? Is this
because
from
they're
Deathwatch,
special
the
rounds.
book?
You want to give me these penetrator rounds or not?
Let me consult the Codex Astartes.
They're distinguished. Will you give them to me?
Oh, hold on a minute. So not this is hypocrisy now. This is just...
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Now it's a problem that I'm using this auto gun. Are you gonna give them to me? It's now on tier of the Thunderhammer suddenly.
It's one more pen than a fucking bolter. Holy Christ.
You want to give it to me? This thing that's an equivalent of a Thunderhammer? You apologize.
Wait. This is hurting my head now.
Do it.
Also,
If we don't give it to him, it's not
You
gonna do
apologize to
rounds.
Arvek. Are you gonna apologize to me too?
auto gun rounds that have the same rank requirement as a Thunderhammer.
You laughed at me. Now I demand an apology that I can't have these.
Oh my god, that hurts. That genuinely hurts. You have distinguished. You have earned an impressive number of victories safeguarding humanity against its enemies. Congratulations, you can use a Hive Ganger's weapon with some slightly fancier ammo.
Cut my balls, watch, Captain.
I'm sorry, Hoja. I apologize, but you cannot have those rounds. In fact...
Okay.
Oh god, that hurts. Who wrote this? Oh, that's bad.
Well, if we're gonna be going with bad weapons, can I take a lance pistol then?
Oh, wait a minute. How did digi-weapons work?
I think they're even higher than distinguished, aren't they? They're like famed or something.
Digi-weapons, yeah.
Two weapons, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty up there, man. Sorry.
Cover me with guns. And cover me with guns. Fucking
Even my knuckles have
fasten a fucking Inferno's pistol to my wrist. Give me a two-handed fucking Force relic sword. And just let me go at them. Let me go at them.
You can have an arm weapon mounting.
I've got. I'm using an Angelus bolter, which is
doesn't
What
automatically
about your
on
other
wrist.
arm?
Doesn't... Oh god, doesn't the wrist mount require distinguished as well?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't require. No, it doesn't.
Alright.
In Dark Heresy, you can get a wrist mount just as an upgrade. It's not the case of earning it, it's just a case of you lose 30% range.
Yeah.
You
Hard
can.
to acquire. There you go.
You can.
You've got
You can
wrist
get a.
mounts.
Check, yo. You can get a wrist mount upgrade in Deathwatch standard.
Yeah.
And,
It's just that it has a renown requirement.
Oh, yeah.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Reduces range by 30%, and it's also possible to mount a weapon on the shoulder instead of the forearm with the same effect.
Pretty
think
damn cool.
It's just
See,
smart.
check, yo.
think I have
Whereas the Angelus bolter, it comes attached. Its renown is respected, and its only difference is that it is faction specific. That's why it becomes a lower renown level.
So stop. I think I've got blood coming out my nose.
Give me the penetrator rounds, you fucking sack of shit.
No, because the penetrator rounds are distinguished. The Angelus bolter is just renowned. Sorry, is just respected.
They all want relics. Arvek wanted a Thunderhammer. I want fancy bullets.
Yeah, but Arvek didn't get Arvek didn't get his Thunderhammer because you objected. So no fancy
right.
bullets.
That's right. So give him the Thunderhammer. so I can have my fancy bullets.
Oh no, we're not doing this now. This was an opportunity for you to try out some of the cooler toys and actually show off the prowess in a mass battle for the fate of a world. Hence why you're allowed to take the bigger toys.
This is why we
Juicy.
can't
You're gonna
nice
get
things.
geared up and then
And
immediately
what,
like a
Juicy.
and what this has done,
Juicy.
what this has done has exposed me to things in this book that I shouldn't have to read. I should not have to deal as a GM or as a player or as somebody who appreciates fun, balanced rules. I should not have to deal with this, Hoja. This hurts.
I'm sorry. I am sorry, Juicy, but I was just taking the piss out of you.
It hurts, Hoja. These
I am
rules
so
hurt.
sorry. I am so sorry. I just wanted to have an auto gun.
I understand that one. I understand that.
It's fine. As a Marine's malevolent, you're expected to make use of whatever you have to hand. I can't object,
Including an auto pistol.
including an auto gun.
With
I cannot
special
object to you
rounds.
take. Oh my god. Can you at least? Oh my god, this hurts. Okay, so let's go back to the start. On the grounds of their availability in the Deathwatch and similar, and for general coolness and the interesting of a proven Marine, Hoja, do you believe the
don't
Thunderhammer to be silly?
Don't actually give me the penetrator rounds. Don't
I'm-
actually do that.
No, I'm saying, do you believe the Thunderhammer to be silly?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Thunderhammer
Okay.
is supposed to be like quite a crazy relic.
Right. Oh, is it Thunderhammer's relics? I thought they were.
Well, they're,
Okay,
they're,
let's
not, they're,
put
not, they're not straight up relics, but they're pretty much on the verge. You don't just hand out Thunderhammers unless you're giving it to like a Terminator or a
There's a
Captain.
scout.
Yeah.
Unless
Have a
if
Thunderhammer scout.
if you have a Thunderhammer, you're either A, of high rank, B, in Terminator armor, so i.e. high rank, or C, a captain. If you're not in Terminator armor, you're like a high rank officer generally. I
By the way, can
don't
I get
object to it.
Terminator armor?
Technically, you have the requisition to get a Terminator suit, which is 100 renown, and the answer to that is no. You do not. You have not earned a Crux Terminatus.
God
Yeah, I know.
damn.
I'm just.
We will leave you
I'm
behind. You will be slow, and we are not waiting.
To be honest,
You left.
if you were to be issued a Terminator suit, the entire squad would be issued Terminator
If the-
suits.
Cousin,
Yeah, that's
wait.
true.
It's just clumping away behind. We're just off.
And Arvek, none of this is to be held against you, man. I am not displeasing about this at all. It's simply part of
No.
the banter. It's Hoja that I am observing my rage for because I've had to read these rules. And these rules, I can't unsee them. And as much as I would like to get elbow deep into this bitch, grip its organs and rip it around in the sense of fairness and what players expect, we still, to a point, what the fuck, why has that music started playing? Did I just click on a video? I think I clicked on a video. What the fuck?
Guys, we spent over an hour.
This is not uncommon. This is not uncommon.
We
when it
could
comes
we
to-
could have been doing a mission already.
But
yeah.
Christ,
You're
for
having-
the Emperor's sake.
This
you're
is
having fun though, aren't you? Second shit.
Rojas. This is part of the mission. This is the first part of the mission. It's always
And to be fair, this is the part where players go shopping effectively, and there's banter, and there's my rage for Hoja growing moment by moment.
Hey,
Hoja,
at least I didn't ask for Ignis rounds.
I'm gonna be taking 2 Nova grenades.
Ignis rounds. Are they the specialist salamanders ones?
Nope.
Oh no, that's dragon breath rounds, isn't it? Dragon fire rounds. What's Ignis rounds? Oh, hold on a minute. Are we still in autogun territory?
They're even higher on the respect chain. They require you to be famed.
For an autogun. What do these rounds do?
Like
Each of
people
the-
on fire.
Do they rub each individual round on the Emperor's nipples or something? I mean, what the hell do these things do?
Do something.
Juicer. Can I have the Artificer Omniscient Axe?
Oh dear, what a shame. Thoros appears to have liquefied in his armor. You'll need to find another librarian.
It's only distinguished.
Yeah, but you're not a tech marine.
What about
do they just-
what about
hold on a minute.
Chlorgorus's
Stop.
lightning blade?
I'll give Tharos testicular cancer. How's that sound?
What about the shadow in the sky? Can I get that one?
I don't even know what that is, and I'm afraid to ask. Can I just stop here? Just go back. Hoja, the spotlight on you.
Can I have an exceptional autogun and have no one laugh at me?
You know what you should get? Saying you should get the,
I need
glaive
this
and
question
tremaine.
answered in a pressing manner. I need this
No,
question answered.
He can't have that because he's not going to be able to get it and not have people laugh at him. So he can't get that. That's the answer to that question. Next.
These flame rounds, are they simply you get hit by them and you make an agility test or you catch fire?
You make an agility test.
And
Because of
catch
a lot
fire.
of you'd have to
They
do
have
it 10
no-
times.
they have no other special quality.
Right.
So you have to be famed to use autogun rounds, which have the same rules as bolt rounds, which have no requirement. And this is where things get painful. Those very rounds, those Ignis rounds, are available in Dark Heresy, and they're just harder to get. That's it.
Yeah.
Hive gangs could have them,
Can I get the cruciform of the Crusade?
but you've got to be like a Space Marine captain to get them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is running the Deathwatch stores in the Jericho Reach? What
I
the-
have to ask you to calm down a little bit.
What the hell has happened to the quartermaster here? What's the quartermaster doing?
Probably the blood axes.
Yeah, right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just having a terrible time. Don't worry, Hoja. Part of this is for comedy effect. Don't worry. I'm just having a great deal of trouble squaring the contentions of the different game lines. And the approach Deathwatch has taken to what in other game lines is to simply rarer ammunition. Now, to
It's kind
answer
of sad last pistols don't have those upgrades.
To answer your question as to whether you may take an exceptional quality autogun, you may. However, you will be expected to carry your bolter as well.
Really? Goddamn.
You're a Space Marine, Hoja. The bolter is is literally your symbol of office. It is your sacred weapon.
I don't need my symbol of office. I have the Deathwatches.
It's your symbol of office as a Space Marine beyond the Deathwatch.
Damn it.
So you may take an autogun as a backup weapon and use it as your primary if you choose. However, if you intend to replace your bolter with an autogun, that's going to raise more than a few eyebrows.
That's all. That's what I'm all about, baby. I'm in here. I'm with these assholes. Okay, come on. Your fellowship is so low, except for Saint. You're out of this one. All of y'all's fellowship is so low. Y'all are more assholish than I am somehow. And yet we're expected to be incognito.
What?
What?
Incognito?
No survivor.
Oh, no witnesses. That's not incognito. Incognito assumes that people are going to look at you and not recognize you. Generally, when an Imperial citizen looks and sees an Astartes, those things which appear in stone statuary and fearful legends of planets slaughtered wholesale.
It's like this. If he's smart, we are incognito.
Fair enough. So is that an acceptable compromise, Hoja?
Nah, not really. I just say Bolter.
Hey, but yes, please don't read anything into what I do as to be entirely serious. I am taking an opportunity for some comedy effect myself.
After all that, he's just like, oh fuck, I'll take a bullet.
I know.
Fucking guy.
I really
But
want
seriously,
to
what is the equivalent of the quartermaster for the Deathwatch and the Jericho Reach doing with these things?
Oh no.
I mean, I'm starting to question what the renowned requirement of cutlery is in the refectory.
You want a butter knife? That'll be you need to be a hero. Well, I'm kind of sad combat shields are distinguished as well.
Yeah, combat shield tends to be issued as a specialist piece of kit for an actual role. What's the name of the role for? Oh, it's in one of the expansion books. It's traditionally equipped with a shield and a power sword.
Sin, did you say you spent 80 and still have 20 left?
I think we killed Sin.
About that, is it 80 or 85 I've spent?
Because I'm gonna ask for something distinguished now.
Oh god.
No, the only person who's got anything distinguished.
You start a Signum.
Wait, no one's got anything distinguished so far, though.
Wait a minute, the Signum, that's to call in an artillery strike.
No.
Everyone that's asked for distinguished so far has been turned down.
No, I've gotten respected weapons.
What's distinguished? So, distinguished.
Signum.
Ah, god, I've got distinguished on the brain now. What's the Signum do?
The Signum is a sensorium and a transmitter array that can be mounted on the Battle Brothers armor. It broadcasts enhanced technical readings of all members of a squad, allowing them to benefit from the targeting data. While a character equipped with the Signum is in squad mode, all characters in squad mode receive +5 bonus to ballistic skill tests. If the equipped character spends a full action and succeeds on a tech use test, this bonus increases to +10 till the end of the next round.
The Codex Astartes approves of this.
And there is a link, a Start a Signum link, for the whole, for every squad member that has a Signum, so we can optimally use our Signums or our squad mode.
Do you know what's painful about listening to that description? Some of the books describe Astartes' armor as having those capabilities.
Yeah, I know.
Just for existing.
Yeah.
Aye. Now the Signum I'm willing to give some consideration to, because it's a tactical piece of war gear which will enhance the team's ability to accomplish the mission.
Yeah.
And given the priority that the Inquisition places on this mission, the presence of a Signum would be considered desirable, because the Inquisition isn't concerned so much with how respected you are; it's concerned with winning.
Page 173 of the core rulebook.
Wait, Saint, would you be willing to give me 10 requisitions so I could grab a plasma pistol?
I don't know, I thought Chaplin was asking for some.
Oh, okay,
No,
yeah, my bad.
you could have the link for 20.
Ooh.
I could use the Signum for 35.
So far, I've spent 20 on plasma gun with an extra 5 for maglock.
Oh, wait,
Jealous
never mind.
bolter for 25, so that's 50. Presence for 10, that's 60. Metal bomb for 12, that's 72. Psi focus for 15. So 87. I have 13 requisition to give out.
Yeah, never mind, I did my stuff wrong, so I have more requisition than I thought I did. Or
How much do you need, Chaplin?
I don't need anything. It's for you to use. If I use a Signum on my requisition for my character, and you have the Signum link, then everybody with a Signum can use your Signum link to be more productive, to be more... Read the descriptions of these two items. It's page 173 of the core rulebook.
yeah, I'm gonna grab a hand flamer, so I have 10 extra requisition if anybody wants it.
Okay, so serious question to the kill team. Although it is distinguished, the Signum is not a relic. It's an enhanced piece of tactical war gear. So, what are people's opinions on this?
Well, I mean, an auto gun, that's, I mean,
I would like to use it, but at the same time, I feel like a very distinguished thing's been turned down so far. I'm fine with struggling.
Okay. Hoja?
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
No, hold on a minute. Are you alright, Hoja?
I'm good.
Are you feeling overloaded?
Good.
You're not good.
My
Talk
pen's
to
not
Juicer.
right. some reason.
Lay your concerns on the table. Is this all too much for you?
No, that's good.
Does it feel like the rules of the game have been circumvented to the point where it seems like nonsense?
Well, I mean, you made that assumption. I'm just following the rules.
No, I'm a GM. I recognize these signs. As a player, I've had them myself sometimes. So level with me, Hoja. I don't want a player sat in the corner feeling unhappy, as it were, because that player just ends up going to get snacks.
I just have to get a different plan. It's all right.
So, no, come on, engage with me.
God damn it! Watch Casper.
Hoja, I am your friend. I like you. I love you as a brother. So lay out to me what your concern is, and we shall try to address it.
I have to make another plan.
What was your original plan?
I really didn't want that auto gun.
You did want that one.
Fucking Christ.
You wanted it as your primary weapon, I assume.
Look, man, we're gonna do
Marine
this.
Malevolent.
Now
Suck
I'm
in the
getting
corner.
kind of frustrated. Let's not do this.
I don't want to frustrate you, man. I want genuinely to give you a enjoyable experience. So
I don't want this.
Pick the fucking autogun or don't pick the fucking autogun.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not picking.
Dude,
Goddamn.
let's not put Hoja on the spotlight here. I'm not putting you on the spotlight, man.
He's already on the spotlight when he said he wanted the damn autogun.
That's his prerogative, man. So, Hoja, if you wish, you may take your autogun without judgment or question, and you may...
I just want to kill the taint of the alien from our Lord Emperor's subjects.
That's okay.
I wish to start killing already. I don't have the red thirst. I don't. But I want to kill people.
Right.
It's like, are you sure?
So, without wanting to drag that out then, Hoja, I respect your what's name.
Okay.
So, if there are objections to the signum, we will pass it over. At the moment, it seems the kill team has self-assigned a limit of respected. That is entirely fine. If you don't want to go too high...
Respect for the absurdity.
Hmm?
Respect for absurdity.
I don't follow.
I have respect for his absurd judgment on his choice of weaponry.
Alright, no, we've moved on beyond that. That's fine. As Hoja said, let's leave it there. Okay, so it looks like there is some objection to the signum, so we're going to put that one on ice, as it were. As in, we're not going to use it. We're not actually going to physically put it on ice, because he may object to that.
I got a jetpack or a jump pack on, so.
Yeah, jump pack is standard as his equipment. Please don't tell me it has a renown of famed.
No, I get a default.
God.
Yeah, he's an assault marine.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, but don't ask me to cite the example of the Omnicyan-X in the Tech Marine.
The Omnicyan-X to a fucking librarian.
No, it's the fact that the Omnicyan-X has a renown requirement and cannot be taken by a starting Tech Marine. Right, so have you all selected your war gear, or are you still selecting?
No, I'm good. I already had it down.
I'm getting some stuff still.
As soon as you gave me the A-OK, I switched to my tables and I'm all good.
I'm done now too.
I'm done.
I think
Okay,
we
so
should
that's
have
so
everything
people.
we're taking.
Also, Hoja, you know you're replacing your arm with Mark 8. That doesn't cost requisition. That's simply a standard Deathwatch armor pattern.
I know, Chief. I know. Fucking pinwheel, not right.
I would like to have a cybernetic, please.
Very well. Which cybernetic?
An auger array.
Auger array. Very well. When it comes to cybernetics, by the way, it's entirely up to you how you describe them on your character.
Do you think after we're finished with this, everyone could go for what they took? so we know like if they have and such.
Sorry, Alex?
Yeah, but after we finish, everyone gets all their equipment, and we could go over what everyone has.
Yeah. We're going to go over and make sure everything's squared away and everybody has their equipment laid out.